The distant pop of fireworks echoed through the humid Illinois evening as Emily Harper navigated her rented black SUV down the familiar bends of Maple Lane in Oak Park. Red and blue sparks lit the twilight sky like fleeting memories, and the street reeked of charcoal grills firing up for the holiday weekend. It was the Friday before the 4th of July, and every house seemed to pulse with pre-celebration energy. Kids chasing each other with sparklers, dads fiddling with lawn chairs, moms hollering from porches. Emily killed the engine in the cracked driveway of 1427, her hands lingering on the steering wheel as if it were an anchor. The white Colonial stared back at her. Blue shutters faded from years of Midwest winters, the wraparound porch sagging slightly on one side, and that damn swing still hanging by its rusty chains. She hadn't set foot here in 10 years. Not since the betrayal that had cleaved her life in two. Sarah, her younger sister by 2 years, her confidant, her maid of honor, had shattered everything with one unforgivable act. The memory clawed at her. Walking into her own apartment, hearing those sounds, seeing those bodies twisted in her sheets. Emily squeezed her eyes shut, but it didn't help. The stone in her chest weighed heavier. At 38, Emily looked the part of the polished New York executive she'd become. Lean frame from endless Peloton sessions and skipped lunches. Hair in a chic bob the shade of dark honey, outfit screaming urban sophistication. Black slim jeans, white linen blouse, minimalist gold earrings. This was her armor against the vulnerability of home. She grabbed her leather weekender bag from the passenger seat and stepped out, the muggy air clinging like an unwanted hug. Before she reached the steps, the screen door banged open with that familiar metallic twang. Emily Rose Harper. You get your fancy city, but over here this instant. Diane Harper barreled down the porch, her silver hair tied in a ponytail, wearing patriotic capris and a tank top emblazoned with stars and stripes. At 65, she still had the energy of a drill sergeant crossed with a den mother, her hugs fierce enough to crack ribs. "Mom," Emily said, letting herself be enveloped. The scent of lavender hand cream and fresh-baked chocolate chip cookies flooded her senses. A smell that screamed home, whether she wanted it or not. "You're too damn skinny. What, New York doesn't have real food? All that avocado toast nonsense. It's called balance, Mom. Kale smoothies keep me sharp." Diane pulled back, hands on Emily's shoulders, eyes scanning her face. "You look tired. Work wearing you down." "Just the flight. Turbulence the whole way." Inside, the house was a time capsule of chaos and comfort. Scuffed oak floors that creaked underfoot, floral wallpaper peeling at the edges in the hallway, Dad's eternal to-do project, and the living room cluttered with family photos, smiling faces from holidays past, including ones where Emily and Sarah grinned arm in arm. Garth Brooks crooned from the ancient stereo something about friends in low places. In the kitchen, Tom Harper stood over a massive pot of baked beans, stirring with a wooden spoon that had seen better days. His "kiss the cook, but only if she's my wife" apron was stained with decades of barbecue sauce. "Princess," he greeted without turning, his voice gravelly from years on the factory floor. "You're late. Kennedy back it up again." "Like clockwork, Dad." He finally looked her way, wiping his hands on a checkered towel. Gray stubble dotted his jaw, and his blue eyes, mirrors of her own, crinkled at the corners. "You clean up nice. Like one of those ads for fancy watches." "Perks of the job." She accepted the cold Miller Lite he slid across the counter. The fizz as she popped the tab was a small comfort. They fell into easy banter. Her latest marketing campaign for a trendy fintech app. Dad's retirement hobbies, mostly tinkering with his new bass boat in the garage. Mom's victory garden yielding bumper crops of zucchini and tomatoes this summer. But the conversation skirted the obvious. Sarah was arriving tomorrow with her husband Jake and the kids. The family group chat had buzzed about it, Sarah and crew rolling in early. "Can't wait." With emojis from everyone except Emily. She hadn't responded. As Mom bustled around setting the table for a quick pre-reunion dinner of grilled chicken and salad, Emily excused herself upstairs. Her old bedroom was untouched. Twin bed with the faded purple comforter, desk cluttered with high school trophies, debate team, honor society, and the Northwestern pennant hanging crooked on the wall. Glow-in-the-dark stars peppered the ceiling, remnants of her preteen astronomy phase when she dreamed of mapping the cosmos. She flopped onto the bed, staring up at them, and let the memories crash over her. Flashback hit hard. Evanston, their shared apartment during college. Emily, the responsible senior at Northwestern, business major with a 4.0 GPA. Sarah, 2 years behind, art student more focused on frat parties than finals. They'd been inseparable as kids, braiding each other's hair, sharing secrets under blankets with flashlights, Pinky swearing eternal loyalty. But cracks had formed. Emily's life was structured. Internships, study groups, Mark Thompson. Tall with kind hazel eyes and a laugh that warmed rooms. They'd met in econ class, bonded over late-night coffee runs and shared dreams, her marketing ambitions, his tech startup ideas. By senior year, he proposed on a snowy Lake Michigan beach, sliding his grandma's diamond ring onto her finger. The wedding was set for June. Lakeside Pavilion, white roses, honeymoon in Hawaii. Sarah was maid of honor, thrilled, or so Emily thought. Signs were there, in hindsight. Sarah's lingering hugs with Mark. Her sudden interest in his coding projects. Emily dismissed it as sisterly affection. Then that Tuesday, migraine pounding, she left work early. Slipped into the apartment quietly. Heard giggling from the bedroom, Sarah's unmistakable trill, and then Mark's low groan. The door was ajar. She pushed it. Sarah on top, hair cascading. Mark beneath, eyes closed in ecstasy. Sheets rumpled. The vanilla candle Emily lit for ambience flickering mockingly. Keys dropped. Clatter. They froze. Sarah scrambled, grabbing a pillow. Oh God, no. Mark bolted upright. Emily, wait. This isn't what? Get out. Her voice was a stranger's, cold, lethal. Sarah sobbed. Please let me explain. It just happened. Out. Emily roared, lungs burning. Mark dressed in seconds, mumbling apologies as he fled. Sarah stayed, naked and tear-streaked. I love him, Em. I've been in love with him for months. I was jealous you had everything. The perfect life. I wanted something real. Emily's laugh was bitter venom. Real? You think betraying your sister is real? You're a child, Sarah. A selfish, destructive child. She packed while Sarah begged from the couch. Called an Uber to O'Hare. Boarded the red-eye to New York, where a job interview waited. Left the ring on the counter. Canceled the wedding vendors from the airport lounge, voice mechanical as she explained personal reasons. Sarah bombarded her. Texts, please call me. Voicemails, I'm so sorry, Em, I hate myself. Emails detailing therapy sessions and regrets. Emily blocked it all. Built walls. Thrived in New York. Promotions, a sleek apartment overlooking Central Park. Casual dates that stayed surface level. No room for betrayal. Sarah's life? Gleaned from Mom's cautious updates. Brief fling with Mark ended when he cheated on her too. Dropped out, moved home, waitressed at a diner. Met Jake Reynolds, high school history teacher, steady as a rock, at a community college class. Married in a small ceremony Emily skipped. Tommy arrived 4 years ago, Mia too. Domestic bliss in a ranch house in Indiana. Emily rolled over in bed, tears pricking. Why come back now? Mom's cancer scare last winter, benign tumor but terrifying, had shaken her. Dad's retirement made him sentimental. The reunion was tradition. She owed them this much. Sleep came fitfully around 3 a.m., haunted by dreams of tangled sheets and broken promises. Saturday dawned blistering hot, the sun baking the suburbs by 9 a.m. The backyard buzzed with setup. Dad and Uncle Ray wrestling a canopy tent, Mom directing table placements like a traffic cop, cousins Mike and Jess inflating the bounce house with an ancient air pump. Tables groaned under red, white, and blue cloths. Coolers brimmed with soda and beer. Kiddie pools shimmered with hose water. Emily pitched in, chopping veggies for salad, her sunglasses a shield. Aunt Linda cornered her by the grill. Emily, honey, you look fabulous. New York treating you right? Any man in the picture. Not really, Aunt Lynn. Work keeps me busy. Linda clucked. Well, don't wait too long. Look at Sarah. She's got it all now. Emily's jaw tightened. Yeah. Lucky her. By 11 a.m. relatives swarmed. Uncle Ray from Wisconsin with his smoker trailer, Aunt Betty with her famous apple pie, cousins from Michigan hauling coolers of craft beer. Laughter echoed, debates over the Cubs' slump, kids splashing, dogs barking. Then the gray Honda Odyssey minivan pulled into the drive. Sarah stepped out, smoothing her sun-streaked hair. dressed in cut-off denim shorts and a loose chambray tank that screamed casual mom chic. She looked grounded, curves softened by motherhood, eyes carrying a wisdom the old Sarah lacked. Jake emerged next, tall, bearded, in khaki shorts and a Purdue Boilermakers cap, slinging a diaper bag. Tommy burst forth like a cannonball. 4 years old, curly-haired Spider-Man tee already juice-stained. Mia toddled behind, too and shy, clutching Jake's leg with one hand and a stuffed shark in the other. The yard quieted subtly, eyes flicking. Sarah spotted Emily. Her wave was tentative, hopeful. Emily nodded curtly, busying herself with napkins. Lunch kicked off at noon. Classic American feast. Sticky barbecue ribs, creamy coleslaw, buttery corn on the cob, potato salad loaded with mayo and pickles, watermelon wedges dripping sweet. Emily claimed a spot at the table's far end, flanked by Aunt Linda and Cousin Jess, fresh off a divorce, gushing about her new boyfriend's abs. She ate methodically, tuning into small talk. Jess leaned in. "So, what's New York dating like? All those Wall Street types. Overrated. Lots of egos, zero commitment." Across the table, Sarah laughed at something Jake said, her hand on his knee. Tommy chattered about dinosaurs. Mia smeared ketchup on her high chair. Emily felt eyes on her, Sarah's glances quick and pleading. Post-lunch, games erupted. Cornhole boards clacked with bean bags. Water balloon toss turned into a free-for-all. Sack races left Uncle Ray flat on his back, wheezing laughter. Emily observed from a lawn chair until Tommy approached, dripping from the sprinkler, holding a neon water balloon. "You Aunt Emily?" he asked, tilting his head. She smiled despite herself. "That's me, buddy. Throw with me?" "At Daddy." They lobbed the balloon. It burst on Jake's back. He roared playfully, scooping Tommy up. Sarah watched, biting her lip, eyes soft. As the afternoon waned, kids sticky with ice cream, Sarah finally cornered Emily by the lilac bush. Please. Can we talk? Away from everyone." Heart pounding, Emily followed to the side yard's shade. Sarah faced her, voice steady but eyes wet. "I'm not asking for absolution. I know what I did was unforgivable. But hear me, I'm sorry. From the bottom of my soul. I was jealous of your poise, your path, your love." Mark flirted, I bit. It started innocent, helping with his code late talks. Then it wasn't. I hated myself even as it happened, but I couldn't stop. Power maybe. Or desperation to feel wanted. Emily crossed her arms. "You ruined my life, Sarah. The wedding, dresses fitted, venue booked, invitations sent. I had to unravel it all alone. Friends pick sides. Family tiptoed. And you? You got Mark for what, 6 months? Then poof, happy family with Jake." Sarah's tears fell. "It wasn't happy. Mark left me broken. I spiraled, therapy, AA meetings for the drinking I hid. Jake pulled me out. He knows the story. He pushes me to fix this. The kids. Tommy draws pictures of Ant City. Asks why you don't come. Mia sleeps with your photo. Why tell me now? Mom's scare. It woke me. Life's fragile. If we lose each other without trying." A breeze rustled leaves. Emily's walls cracked. "I built everything to forget you. Success. Independence. But it's empty. I miss us." Sarah nodded. "Me too." They returned slowly, tension easing. Evening brought fire pit magic. Marshmallows toasting, Dad's Vietnam tales, uncles debating politics. Emily sat near Sarah, sharing esmeraldas. Whispers turned to stories, childhood pranks, teen heartbreaks. After cleanup on the porch swing with iced tea, plans formed. Sarah visiting New York, Emily to Indiana. Next morning breakfast was light, pancakes, coffee, hugs. Emily drove to O'Hare lighter. Phone buzzing with Sarah's texts. Scars heal slowly. But forgiveness? It's a spark that ignites home.